Hey, what's up? I'm Chris Black, co-host of How Long Gone.
I'm Jason Stewart, co-host of How Long Gone, and this is What's in Our Bag at Amoeba. Okay, first off, we have Sublime. I'm from Orange County, so my whole life I grew up hating this album and this band. And then as the years, nay, decades ticked on, you listen to it as it comes on the radio here in K-Rock, and like the bass line and the drum sound, you're like, sounds pretty fucking good actually. But it's like deep in my DNA as like, because we grew up kind of like straight edge guys, so this was like Public Enemy #1. This is like what the druggy
more in Orange County.
To.
This was just like radio shit where I'm from. It has a different context in Orange County.
But then you know you get a little going. You lay in your Cali.
Hey.
You lay in your little Cali cot in the backyard, and then your Hurley hat kind of tips down over here, and you're like, damn, the bass player is fucking sick, bro.
What's your favorite song? I mean, I don't want to make you choose.
I mean, you know, is it a Caress Me Down? Is it a What I Got reprise? Centuria, that's too hack.
That's hack.
We'll go with Caress Me Down.
I'm only doing CDs because vinyl's for losers. It takes up a lot of space. I can play this in my vintage car when I'm driving down Mulholland and I feel like a good cry. So this is The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, arguably the greatest album of all time.
Keats and Yeats are on your side, wild is on mine.
I know Morrissey's in a little like hot water lately or whatever.
Why is he in hot water right now?
I mean, he's got some views. You know, he's older. His views have changed. Maybe he zigged when he should have zagged, I would say.
He's a little too national?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is probably my favorite. This is probably the most listened to record in my entire life.
Let me see what songs are on here.
And the song Cemetery Gates is probably my #1 because Keats and Yeats are on my side.
Funny story about Cemetery Gates. I think you made me include that on your wedding playlist, which is telling.
I'm divorced, so I think he's trying to make a joke.
Of course, the wedding ended up in divorce with a tune like that. But yeah, so many great songs on here.
This is a classic, and I don't want this to get lost in the shuffle of Morrissey's negative kerfuffle. You know, I think I'm able to separate, the band kind of from his solo career, even though...
I thought you were going to say the art from the artist.
Oh, I can't do that. Dude, Jason's R. Kelly's coming up next.
The guy can sing. Up next, we have Burial.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a CD. Tunes from 2011 to 2019. Arguably Burial's sweet spot, of course.
He talks about Burial all the fucking time. I still don't really know what it is or what it sounds like, but he's anonymous, right? Or not really?
He's sort of anonymous, yeah. He's never played live. He doesn't do press, doesn't have any photos.
What label is this on?
This is on Hyperdub.
That sounds like a Funko they got here.
It's bigger in London.
Oh,
but
I see.
But like in the UK, there's like BBC documentaries on Burial. He's like a big thing over there, whereas America, it's only
of course real heads only.
No, I mean Burial's pretty big nowadays. And the future,
among people that follow you on Twitter, he's huge.
The younger generation is really starting to adopt it. But this is a good mix of his kind of dancier music mixed with his sleepy, kind of meditative, reflective, social justice driven.
Is he on the front lines of change?
Yeah, man.
Without any lyrics? That's crazy.
He'll do samples of people talking about very specific things.
I'm already asleep.
It's definitely not for you, the social justice part, but great tunes on here. But I mean,
that's some rough ass artwork, bro.
The artwork isn't.
Is that the idea?
Great. Is
it like So Bad It's Good, like Dirty Sprite 2?
No, it's a British thing. You wouldn't get it.
Okay.
You're not a member of the Junglist movement.
No, I'm not. I wanted to bring one album from today, from this year, into my beautiful piss yellow Amoeba tote bag, and that is Snail Mail.
A lot of vitamins.
Lindsay came on the podcast and she was really, really fucking funny. We had no idea how good she was going to be, and Luckily, the music is as good as her personality.
Always know where to find me when you change your mind.
I've listened to this record a lot this year. And
Her voice is wise beyond her years. She's
yeah,
like 22.
you know, I'm a big female vocalist cat, you know what I mean? So this gives me some like, you know, garbage / Liz Phair at times, which is arguably two of the greatest vocalists. So Snail Mail, Valentine, great cover. And Lindsay's, she just had her little vocal surgery, which makes her, that's when you hit
Lindsay, we're gunning for you.
Yes,
No cigs.
You take time
Edibles
off.
only.
Yeah,
Edibles
only. But yeah, so this record I've listened to a lot, and I quite like it. I can't wait till she gets better. We can go see her live.
I share the same sentiments. All right, next up, we have New Order.
New Order.
Get ready.
Not alone anymore. You shook me to the core. You shook me to the core.
So this album, how old is this? 2001. This came out right when I just discovered like you could get drunk and go out and dance. Before I was straight edge,
You guys should see him dance too.
it was bad. So this came out and it was sort of like a good literal hybrid between like rock music and electronic beats. Like original
Yeah.
New Order is, you know, they've always sort of done that, very rocky from Joy Division, then more electronic later on. But this, they kind of went back to some musical live instrumentation. Classic artwork, I mean, what a legendary photo. And there's just tons of great tunes on here that just kind of great for a pregame. If you're gonna drink a six pack of Carling in the
The
car
bloody
park,
pocket.
in the car park, go through 3 cartons of cigs, key bumps. Before you go into the club, this is exactly what
This
you
is
put on.
Coke in the car music. You're absolutely right, it is.
And it's on sale for only $2.99.
Oh my God, the deals at Amoeba. This place is crazy.
You'd be a fool not to purchase
You'd be a
this.
fool. So I'm from Atlanta originally, and I, for whatever reason, kind of denied my love of R.E.M. because it was so close to me that I felt like it wasn't cool, really.
You're Sublime.
Yeah, kind of, honestly, yeah. And so as I've gotten older, I realized that R.E.M. is like one of the greatest bands of all time. And I always respected
Hey,
Michael
cool.
Stipe, and I think he's like such a cool guy. But Monster came out when I was like in high school, and Crush with Eyeliner was fucking everywhere.
My crush with eyeliner.
And it's a great song, but then I discovered Strange Currencies.
Will be mine all the time.
Which is, to me, top R.E.M. song of all time. It'll make you cry, and it really shows the range here. And this artwork is like this is like a special edition or some shit, but this artwork is like iconically 90s, like really sets me right there. Like you could put this on a nice tight-fitting ringer tee, and
The
Jason,
nice monster on the back.
yeah, you see Monster there, nice big.
With the Peter Saville style type
Peter
face.
Saville, not to
Reminiscent
bring
of-
it back to New Order, but yeah, R.E.M. This is a classic. Strange Currencies is one of my favorite songs.
Great. All right, up next, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion.
Rogers end up walking in the cold November rain.
Numero uno, obviously numero 2, same artwork but in blue.
Yes, I am familiar with that.
So I have a twin brother. When this album came out, it was the first time that him and I purchased CDs with our own money. Like our mom had bought us other stuff
How
earlier.
did you earn this money, or was it more of an allowance situation?
I think it may have been an allowance situation. I did a little light lawn mowing, things like that.
I don't know if you stuck somebody up.
I think I like put those little yellow ribbons around trees to support the troops. Sold those to some motherfuckers.
Oh, you're
in the
pro
neighborhood.
army. That's interesting. Oh.
It was
I
a
didn't
different.
think this was the place
It was
for
a
that.
different. So look, what Saddam Hussein did to us was unexcusable.
Yeah. Never forget.
So I love both albums, 1 and 2, equally, but this one has November Rain, which is my all-time favorite Guns N' Roses song. I know it's a little cliche.
That's
the
the only
video
Guns-
is undeniable,
That-
and the
that's the
song
only-
does everything you ever want.
I agree. That's the only Guns N' Roses song I even accept as a song. Are you a
Unstoppable.
Slash guy or an Axl guy?
I'm more Slash than Axl. But
Is that 'cause he wears chrome hearts, or is
without
that-
one, there is no other.
That's true.
But this also, it also has Bad Apples, Dead Horse, Garden of Eden. It's a gatefold, you know, the artwork is iconic. and it's a partnership with Geffen as well as Uzi Suicide Records. One of the greatest
Do you guys
imprints of all
remember
time.
when Geffen Records was really taking over? Do
And
you
also,
remember
don't,
DGC?
don't Cry, Live and Let Die, big songs, but no mention of November Rain on the sticker.
That's them trying to.
Shame on you, Uzi Suicide.
No, Uzi Suicide was trying to appeal to cool people. That's what they were trying to do. My next album is from Feist. It's called Pleasure. This is incredibly good and deeply overlooked. I think after her 1, 2, 3, 4 Apple rise to fame, she didn't get the kind of serious look that she deserves. And we're both big Broken Social Scene heads. And she was obviously not the main part of that, but like a big part of that. And I just think this record is incredible all the way through. Absolutely rinse it.
Great artwork. Too.
It's great artwork. I want more people to listen to this because I think that her records since this have all been better than anything she's ever done before. And Musha Boom Hive stand up, but this is still better.
If you understood any of the words he just said, good on you.
All my Feist chicks know.
All right. Last one for me.
Is it?
We have the California
Let's
Takeover.
go.
I, of course, have the original version at home, locked away. It's a picture disc. I'm sure you're looking at it right now. The good people at Amoeba pulled it up on Discogs or something. Features a dear friend of mine, Steve Aoki, with blonde hair, I think doing a stage dive during one of these, but...
I mean, this is truly the trifecta of this era of American hardcore.
So I think the original, I don't know, like 97, 98 or whatever, and it was at the Palace, which is just, you know, pissing distance from here. And I was in high school, we drove up here from Orange County, went to the show. This was like, it was like going to Woodstock or something. Like, this was very important to me. You know, the 3 biggest hardcore bands at the time, Earth Crisis, Snapcase, Strife.
Shout out to Tony Victory and all the great business practices
No.
over at Victory Records.
Earth Crisis, of course, their song Firestorm, a legendary tune you're probably hearing right now. This is a recording of, they did like a whatever anniversary, I don't know how many years ago it was, but last year,
Yeah.
or maybe 2 years ago.
You went, right?
And I went to it, and the first one I was straight edge, I was fatter, worse dressed, worse hair, less tats. This one I was blacked out drunk at a straight edge concert attended mostly by 44-year-old dudes who like do jujitsu as a thing.
Yeah, lots of guys.
So there was like 4 different guys who were like, you're one vodka soda away from like getting jumped in the parking lot. And I was like, yeah. I ended up buying a Earth Crisis t-shirt that says
Animal Liberation on the
Animal
front.
Liberation. It's a triple XL. There's the only one left. They're still selling their t-shirts for $10. God bless those guys. But like I'm 6'9", and this shirt looks like
It's a dress.
I look like a rugrat.
It's bigger than your vintage Ed Banger tee.
It goes down, it's about yay, and it just says Animal Liberation. I put on the t-shirt, of course, and I was wearing shorts at the time, so it looked like I was not wearing any pants at all. So it was like my
That's really
onesie.
hard for you to
So
do.
I was like drunk baby onesie, and then I remember I saw Moby, and I was like, Moby, what up, bro? And he was like,
He said, I have vegan tattooed on my neck, and I'm still not going to talk to your ass in this
Moby,
t-shirt.
it's sick that you're here, dude.
Damn,
He was not like it.
Play was sadly left off this gathering, but shout out to the king. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I've got a couple more. I thought Jason was going to, but we'll start with this.
We're told the big 5.
George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. This is the 50th anniversary.
Really wanna show you love, that it won't take long, my love.
I was a big Beatles guy growing up, but I didn't really realize how great this album was until a handful of years ago. And I listened to this in the car all the fucking time. This is perfect music to me. All right, last one, and Jason and I can agree on this. Spiritualized, Amazing Grace.
Don't care if this is it or this, 'cause then she kissed me and it felt like a hit, come on.
Incredible artwork. Yeah, really, yeah. We're trying to find the vein. We put this in the fucking CD player. But yeah, this little Life of Mine, She Kissed Me and It Felt Like a Hit. I mean, it's so good. And I think that I was supposed to see Spiritualized in New York with a full symphony, and I ended up having a work event, and I missed it. And then that guy who I was working with went on to sue me And I unfortunately had to settle for pennies on the dollar. I felt like I won, honestly, at the end of the day. But that will be forever tied to Spiritualized in my mind. And
I'm sure they'll do another.
they'll do another, right?
They'll do the Greek or something.
Yeah, if he's alive.
Just right up the hill.
But yeah, Spaceman 3, Spiritualized, all that shit. But I didn't want to let this go without, I kind of picked something out for Jason because I was feeling cheeky. And Jason, so we have we record once a week together at Jason's house in Glendale. We would do a one-on-one podcast, and he just kind of rejigged the design of the office/studio, and he's looking for some art for the walls. Mm-hmm. So I kind of thought this would be kind of good for the.
Oh no!
Because it's not only Drake.
Oh, it's
sold out.
Sold
but
out.
I found the last one. It's not only Drake, but it's in the best Drake era where he was at his corniest, I would say. And
featured in his Old Navy chambray.
He's wearing a chambray and maybe some Saint Laurent glasses he had to borrow money for. But Jason loves Drake, so I think this would kind of be a nice.
Honestly, this looks more like a Morrissey album than a Drake album.
It does. It really
like
does.
This font and everything right there.
Yeah. So the Drake poster for Jason. Thank you, Amoeba.
We'll see if my life partner / roommate approves of this Drake photo in our house. We'll see.
We'll see, but I mean, if nothing else, you can put it in kind of the garage next to the vintage car when you're down there working on it. You can look up and see your man.
This is going straight to the man cave. Thanks a lot, Amoeba.
Y'all just do not fit the picture, turn your widescreen on. If you thinking I'ma quit before I die, dream on. Man, they treat me like a legend, you admit it. Who you kidding, man? Nobody's ever done it like I did it. I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know.